To say I'm disappointed in that result, couldn't even begin to explain the way that I feel. And you can see there was a slight, almost celebratory reaction from the Chelsea fans because go away from home, you travel to Anfield, you go down 10 men and you walk away with a point. You know, that's big. That's big for them. Tuchel as well looked pretty pleased with that. And why wouldn't you be when the game goes that way? You know, we get a blessing from Reece James, who for some strange reason flails his hand at the ball instead of like most fullbacks that you do. You put your hands behind your back, but whatever, okay. We get the goal, and you'd think surely, you pull it out in the second half. You know, it's just frustrating. And we saw some of the similar things that we've seen in the past. And look, of course, Chelsea are going to, camp out in their own half, own 18-yard box, really, for the most part, it felt like. And they brought on a defender. It was more like 5 at the back at that point. Look, it's difficult. No one's questioning that, but you got to find a way to get the second goal. You just have to. By hook or by crook, you got to find a way to get the second goal. But look, credit to Chelsea. They are a pretty stout defensive unit and have been for the most part since Tuchel's been there. So you give them credit, but it's beyond frustrating not to get the 3 points there. Look, you don't lose it. It's good. And let's be real, honestly, it's still early days, but it's just unfortunate to have it go like that towards the end. And you can hear, Chelsea fans, you can almost predict them saying, they've gone down to 10 men and we still couldn't beat them. Well, they'd be right today. So, look, great match, I thought, for the most part, both halves. If you're a stats guy, you look at the stats that break down post-match stats. We lead in every category, literally. Percentage of possession, shots on target, passes, all of that. But that's why I always say those things don't mean anything unless you get the game won. And they don't. I'm more of an eye test. And to be honest, the first half, it goes to Chelsea. Second half, look, it's kind of an even situation second half because, honestly, I feel like they had more chances. I want to say more chances, but it just felt like as you were watching it that they had some clearer sort of opportunities towards the end. I think there was one with Kovacic. I could be wrong with that, but anyway, it just felt like it was more of an even game in that second half, although it shouldn't have been. But again, with them having a really good defense and camping out in their own 18-yard box, it was always going to be difficult. So, I don't know what to feel about this first kind of big test in the season. Obviously, I'm happy to not lose it, but it has that similar feeling to a loss because of the circumstances. So, it is what it is. I'm sure Klopp will be disappointed. You can't. Something that Liverpool and Klopp need to realize, and I wouldn't be surprised if he brought it up again in the post-match, and that I don't like, that he's bringing up certain situations about letting the game flow. I like that. I get his kind of complaining, what he's talking about, but, you want to keep your players, your squad safe and all that, but I like the fact that the game is being allowed. I'd like it if it was being allowed just for both teams, and I think across the season you'll see that it'll feel maybe heavy on one side and not so heavy on the other side with the other team. So I'm not saying that particularly for today's game. I thought the ref was more or less pretty good today. There's no real major complaints that I have against his performance as an official today. But, yeah, it's just a rough one to take, man, because it's there. It's there. They're down to 10 men. You just got to make something happen. I want to see us do better at set pieces too, man. I think that's just really disappointing. I mean, we've got Fabinho, we got Matip, Van Dijk, two, tall fellas in there, and we can't get it. But it's not even really about them. It's about the placement of the ball. When you think about Trent, you think about him as a lot of things, but one of the things you think about is him being great with set pieces. So many examples. Whether he's scoring something outside of the box or, of course, Barcelona, he's capable of doing something. But today, on either side, and we had, I don't even know how many, but I felt like we had at least close to, if not double digits of set pieces. And, to see the other team score from a set piece, which, again, is just a guy running free like that, that's elementary, man. You catch the man who's flowing around, whoever's moving around, you got to shut that off. Put a body on him, something. Foul him, something. I don't know, but that's just a free header. And it's a sort of a freak header, too, because you just don't think they're going to score from that situation. But I think in that moment we had a turnover that led to that, and I thought, this could be it. And then they scored from it. So credit to them for that. But yeah, just rough. But really, really good match, I think, and I think a good advertisement for the Prem. But yeah, I think in these big games you're going to see a lot of just the ref doing things like get up or no foul, whatever. So we got to prepare ourselves for that. But look, again, I thought overall we did enough to win the game. We should have done it. It should have been enough to win the game, but we just couldn't get that second goal. Obviously, it wasn't a incredible performance by Liverpool in any way, shape, or form. I thought our forward guys could have done better for sure. Mane, Salah, and Firmino. Obviously, Salah gets the goal, or Jota, who I guess played more minutes slightly than Firmino, and it was definitely more active. I thought that Firmino was in the part that he played in that first half. But yeah, it is what it is, man. We collect ourselves, pick ourselves up, and get ready for the next match. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Till next time.